Hello guys, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Freeman, and on this channel I share about study abroad, scholarship opportunities, amongst others. Today I'm going to show you how to write an academic CV to be able to win various scholarships and graduate school opportunities around the world. If you are new here, this is my channel. I have videos on studying in US and Canada, working in Luxembourg, how to win the Erasmus scholarship, studying in Germany and Netherlands, the MasterCard Foundation scholarship as well, various scholarships in Australia as well. So check them out, and these videos will guide you on either work or study abroad. Be aware that this is not my CV, but this is a CV I found online that I felt I could use as a tutorial to show you how a good academic CV can be written to be able to win various admissions and scholarships around the world. So if you look at this was very simple and well written. I'll put a link to this CV in the description so that you can use it as a guide to prepare yours. But let's go through to see some of the things that were done that I think were very good. So here the name is really written boldly at the top, and his address is also written under it very nicely. And then he puts his number, his email address, his ResearchGate, Academia, and Google Scholar. I'll show you how he was able to do this. So you see that here he doesn't put his gender, his marital status, and his picture and all that. Mostly in academic CV, these are not things that anybody wants to see. So go straight to the point. The number is important, the email address is very important, and the links to your academic websites. So this is very important. Now he went straight to the post secondary education, so he went straight to post secondary, so he didn't put anything on secondary education. So he had a diploma in mass communication at this university, and he put the link there. I'll show you how he was able to embed the link to the words. And then he put it that this was the duration from 2016 to 2018, and he was able to get distinction there. So he had his distinction, he put his certificate there, he embedded the link in it. So he then put the project that he did, and then his major GPA and his cumulative GPA. This is very clear, very easy to understand. Then he came to BSc. Always remember to put the current ones first before the ones behind. So the mass communication BSc is the current one, which is up to 2021. The same university, he put his thesis there, his what's the name, GPA, and also he had first class in the top 1%. So he put everything there very nicely. Now after the education, he came down to his honors and awards. So these are the various awards that he got. If you are someone who didn't get award, this is something that you can take out. But no matter how small the award is, whether it was class something competition that you had, please put it there. If it was even any minor competition that you had that you felt you had an award in, please put it there, especially if you have a certificate to show it. Please put it there, because it's very important. So these are all the awards that he got. So you can put yours as well. Also, he had a professional membership and affiliation, so he was a member of certain associations. So in your university, if you are a member of the agriculture students or the business students or all those things, please put them, because they also show that kind of affiliation and academic belonging. So put them as well. You need that affiliation as well. And before we go to the relevant work experience, so I want to show you how to embed these things into your into the words. So if we go to Microsoft Word, so I have something that I wrote here. I already started preparing a sample here. So the name I use is Daniel Amor. Daniel, forget about the the spelling because it's a sample. And then I put the address. So this is 32 Handsome Ghana Street, Ladies and Men's Zone, Lagos, Nigeria. This is not a real address, but just to show you. And I put the number, the email address, then ResearchGate, and also Google Scholar. So if I click on Google Scholar, I cannot go to the person's Google Scholar. So what do? If I want to embed a link to it like his own, like what he did here. So if you check here, you see that it's painted blue, it's marked blue. There's a link under it, and if you click on the link, it takes you directly to his Google Scholar. So how do we do that? If I want to embed a link to a Google Scholar, what I do is I highlight the Google Scholar, then I go to insert on my Microsoft Word. When I go to insert, then you see when you come here, you say link. It could also be hyperlink depending on the type of Microsoft Word you are using. So if you click on link, then you see that the word here, text to display, is written as Google Scholar. And then the address, where is the address? The address is what you then need to. So to get the address, you have to go to your browser. Then you now go to your Google Scholar. So if we go to Google Scholar, then we click on Google Scholar. So in order to go to my profile, I have to click on my profile here. So when I go to my profile, this is my profile. These are the publications that I have done so far. So how do I embed my Google Scholar directly on my CV? So if I click here on the link above, I can copy the link, Control C, you copy it directly. Then you come back to the Microsoft Word. Then you put it in address. So if I put it in address here and I press OK, you realize that it now turns into the color blue or any other color based on your computer settings. So now when I put my cursor on it, you see that it shows my Google Scholar page exactly. So if you send your CV and they want to know actually what you have published or what you have done on your Google Scholar, they just need to click on it. So in order to click on it, you have to press Control, and then it changes to the hand, and then you click on it. When you click on it, it takes you directly to the person's Google Scholar page to show you their academic work, what they have published, the type of things that they've done, and all that. Here, they also embedded, or the person embedded his certificates. And what you can do is to upload into your Google Drive and then copy the link in the same way as the Google Scholar. Copy the link, put a word called view, and then embed the link in view. So if they see that you put that, you got a 5/5 or 4.85 GPA, they want to see exactly if you actually got that. They just click on your certificate and they can see your certificate as well. And that is very perfect. So this is how you do it. This is very easy to design, just like I started on my Word document. So from here, you put your education. You also start putting the things that are important. You align them. You can adjust as well. If you want to make it very easy to be able to adjust or fit a lot of things in the page, what you can do is go to View. Then you go to Ruler. If this is not checked, you check it. Then when you check it, you see that there's a ruler here. In this case, you can adjust the page. So you can push the words and other things to fit the page so that you can fit a lot of things in it. You can also adjust this ruler to fit a lot of things in the left pan and also the right pan as well. You can adjust this as well. So these are things you can do on Microsoft Word to fit your CV. So this is how you do the CV. It's very easy to design yourself. You just need to have your own information, and that is it. Now let's go back to the CV and then talk more on what the person was able to put in his CV. Now if you look down after the honors and awards, the professional membership, which I talked about, if no matter how small it is, don't underrate it, put it there as well. Now relevant work experience. So the person had some relevant work as a graduate assistant, news agency, and they put it there. It is not just enough to put that you worked here and then you're a graduate assistant. Put exactly what you did. So what did he do? I effectively taught, supervised, marked, and graded over 500 undergraduates in assignment, test, and examination. So in this case, he has mentioned exactly what he did. It's not just enough to say that I was a graduate assistant. Okay, then what? What did you do as a graduate assistant? So he put it there. I also accurately prepared and uploaded their results. So he put exactly the things he did when he was a graduate assistant. And that is very, very important because they want to see the tangibles. It's not just enough saying that I did this, but you have to put exactly what you did, so that those things can really be judged whether you really had the skills from that. And also we have other jobs that he did. He put everything there. He wrote over 2,000 news stories, and he put the links to the stories there. So if you click on the link, you see the stories that he wrote himself, and this is very fantastic because it shows evidence that he actually did it. One thing that people ask is, okay, I just graduated from my bachelor's, I don't have any work experience, what do I do? Please don't underrate any work experience, even if it is field work you did. If it is field work, TTFPP, or any attachment, even if it is 2 days or 1 day attachment that you did somewhere, please put it there and put the date there. So even if it is 1 day, just put it there. If you, no matter the type of skills you did, if you had engagement with a media house and you thought you got some skills from it, please put it there. It's part of relevant work experience. If you are also currently doing your national service or your youth service, you can put it there and put the end date as present. So you are currently in it. So just like in the professional, so you put the year and present, meaning that he's currently a member of it. So if you are also doing your service, you put the date that you started and put present, showing that you are still there, and then tell them what you are doing as a service personnel, so that they know that this is what you are doing. If you did internships during your bachelor's, please put it there. If you did attachments, if you did any practical that you field work, whatever you feel that is relevant work experience to, especially to the kind of program you are applying to, please put it there. You have to put it there. Don't underrate anything as well. So apart from that work experience, we go to the teaching experience. So for him, because he's applying to be in the academic field, teaching experience could be very important, because in the US you could also be hired as a teaching assistant or a graduate research assistant. So a teaching assistant, he has evidence because he has taught particular courses. So he said, as a graduate assistant in the Department of Mass Communication, I assisted Dr. Des in teaching communication, introduction to mass communication. I also effectively invigilated and accurately graded examinations and uploaded results. So these are exactly what he did as a graduate, as an enduring teaching. So if you also did tutorials, you can put that, oh, you were responsible for tutorials for the undergraduate. If you supervise undergraduate thesis too, you can put it there as well. Now, volunteer as well during your bachelor's or your master's. If you did any volunteering work that was not paid, please put it there. No matter how small it is, please put it there. Even if it's an internship, please put it there and put the date there. If you have links to the things you have done that have been published online, put the links, embed the links there so that they can show the evidence as well. Now, apart from that, he also got the research experience and interest. So this is not just the research experience, but his interest as well. So as a research assistant, this is what he did. He worked with a professor, he designed questionnaires, he did data collection, he did literature review and all that. And these are part of research. He prepared manuscripts, he prepared presentation slides and all that. And these are the things he did during his research days. And he put the date as well. He even put the lab, the link to the lab there, to show that this is the lab I work in, and this is perfect. Now, if it goes to publication, he was fortunate to have publications, so he put it there. Maybe his bachelor thesis, he published it, or a master thesis, he published it, and he put it there. These are publications, and he put the DOI, which if you click, you go straight to the paper as well. If you don't have publication, there's no problem, but if you do, please include it. Then leadership experience. So during your bachelor's, if you were the head of communication department, students association, or whatever association it is, whatever role you played in leadership, however small it is, please, you can put it there. What you should avoid is putting things that are not academic, like you were a leader in the church or in a mosque association. These are things that really do not buy. But if it is based on academics, so like you were the maybe agriculture students president, or maybe the communication students president, this is based on academics, so please put it there. But try to avoid things that are not explicitly academic as well. Now, personal skills. So you tell them what your skills are. He's excellent in writing, which he can prove from the papers that he published, and his speaking, his editing, research analysis, and all these other things, radio presenting and things that he has done. He put everything there. Now he divided it also to ICT skills. He's skilled in Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, blogging, and amongst others. In terms of language, please put the national languages. So you can put fluent in English. My home country's official language is English. So he's from Nigeria and the official language is English. And then medium of instruction. So his proof is here. He put it to show that Nigeria is the first language of Nigeria is English language. If you also have IELTS, this is where you can put it. You say that you also have this in academic language, and you put the link to the certificate here as well. Now, what are his interests? He put that he's interested in research, teaching, public speaking, sustainable development, climate action. Please tailor this interest to the course that you are applying. Tailor it to the course that you are applying, because if you put an interest as someone who is a public speaker and the course you are applying doesn't have anything to do with public speaking or teaching or research, then it looks like your interests do not really align. That is why it is not good to use the same CV for all courses. Whenever you are going to apply for a different course, try and adjust your CV so that it meets that particular course as well. Now, finally, what I would have also included is reference. So, but you don't need to put a lot in the reference. What you just need to put is reference, and then you write to be provided on request. That's all. To be provided on request. After all, when you are applying for a master's or a PhD, you already have to submit a reference in another form. So you don't have to put it in your CV. But if you want to also put it in your CV, you put your lecturer, their email, or the person who is your reference, their email and their contacts. That's all. So that is basically how to write an academic CV. Very nice one. One tip is, please try not to make your CV more than 2 pages. Try to always make sure that your CV fits 2 pages, because there are so many people that are applying for the program, so they have a lot to view, and if your CV is very long, sometimes it becomes very boring. So if you fit it into 2 pages, it's very, very easy and very, very nice for them to read. So if you go back to the Word document, like I said, this is how you do the design. It's very easy. Start designing and fill all the information that you have about yourself. Do it, explore. In doing this, you also try to improve your skills in Microsoft Word and all that. So please do it. The second thing that I want to share with you is, if you don't want to use Microsoft Word to design your CV, there is a website that can design the CV for you for free, and you get it in PDF without paying anything, and you can download it at the end. And the website is FlowCV.com. So let's go to the website. So this is the website. It's called FlowCV.com. I'll put the link in the description as well. So if you come to this FlowCV.com, this is how the web page is. Then we said get started. It's free. So how do? We get started. We click on get started. When you click on get started, what do you want to do? You want to do a resume or a CV. It's the same thing. So click on resume. Then now you come down. If you want to filter it, you go to professional. So in this case, professional or classic, whatever it is. This is how you can also leave it as classic or however you want. But when you leave it at all templates, you see all the templates. These designs sometimes do not buy it. Just go straight to the point, especially when you are applying as a student. So when you come down, you can see different templates. You see this one, it looks exactly like we did. You see that this is very nice, and I have used this one. So you see there's profile, there's professional experience, education, and in this case it mustn't be in this same lineup. You can put the education first, you can send this one last, skills last. You can redesign it the way you want. So, and that is it. You can also go down, and there's one I want to particularly mention. This is they call it the Harvard style. And the Harvard style, especially if you are applying to a university in the US or Canada, this is the one I will particularly recommend for you, because it's also very easy. You can see that this is Jacob McLean, his address, his email and number, nothing else. And then he goes straight to the education, professional experience, technical experience additionals. So you can also include various sections. You can include the sections that we discussed previously in the video. In this, you can redesign it the way you want, but this is one good template that you can use. And if you want to do it, you just need to click here, sign up, put create a what's the name, create a profile, and then start filling. And it's very easy. So check on the templates, and I'll always recommend the Harvard one. So this is also a Harvard one, very easy. Then you go down to, so they have different Harvard. There's Harvard as well. So try and use the Harvard ones, and then try it. If you think that you cannot go through this process, use the Microsoft Word one that I mentioned earlier. It's very easy. One thing is, immediately you try and say you want to start one, immediately you click on one, you have to create an account. And when you create an account, it opens an interface. So when it gets to education point, you fill in all the information. It will put it in the position that you want. You don't need to do the design yourself. And at the end of filling all your information, it will then design a very nice CV template for you, and then you can download it into PDF. So use this if you don't want to go through the Microsoft Word format. But I think the Microsoft Word format is very easy to do. Try your hands on it, and then this is a way to design your own academic CV. Very easy, and then you should be able to apply for your university. So check it out. You can use the FlowCV as well, but if you don't want to use the FlowCV, use this. Or I'll also leave this CV in the description so that you can check the format, how it was written, and then adapt your own. Please don't copy exactly what the person did. Try and make an adjustment. You don't need to even make it post-secondary. You just need to put education, and if you don't put your secondary school, there's no problem. So try and make some adjustments. This is mainly for you to use as a template or a sample to be able to design your own.